Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it break a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make a man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear not hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rob and cheat, and not press the poor. Make up what I seen to. Make a man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan. Make a man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite man, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the day them can sell out Rasta and sell it out and sell out Babylon. They give man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead and can sell out Rasta and sell out, and sell out Babylon. Just stop on the front. You might throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black thing, man, throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what's a black big man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rasta man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
overworked, underpaid, and disrespected at your funeral was the experience of Stanford Rose and his family members. 11 shot, 5 confirmed dead, including 1 child. Another mass shooting in Jamaica, Linstead, St. Catherine, that we will ask questions about this morning. And we're calling on the government to fully implement the Chaguaramas Treaty. We're also calling on the opposition to give us their views as to the government silence on the single market, the Caricom Single Market. Good morning and welcome. Thank you for joining us. It is Monday, the 6th of October, when the multi-million-dollar fraudsters, Royal Reid, former education minister, and Fix Pinnock, and Councillor Kim Lawrence Brown goes on trial for the multi-million-dollar fraud within the education sector. To my community of party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls, good morning, welcome. Thank you all for joining us. I had a restful weekend. How about you? Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Morning. Call the Junkro. Which Junkro are you talking about? The Junkro with the stick. I mean, which Junkro are you talking about? Oh, the commander for St. Thomas Fire Brigade. Yes, that Junkro with the stick. Call that Junkro for us, please. Morning, everybody. Not off for a good start, but we live in a very upsetting country, isn't it? And when a public official upset us, but we will get to that. Debbie Jarvis TV, good morning and welcome. Good morning, everyone. How are you all doing? Marcia Thomas, good morning. Sharon Bernard, good morning. Linville Henry, good morning. Lassam, Beverly, Michael Nepper, Miranda Ruddock, Lynette Jenkins, RJ, Charlotte Graham, Colin, Yardy Flex, Blessed Woman, good morning, sorry, Barbara Simpson, Sophia Hall, Violet Watson, Colleen, Yvonne Johnson, Shani, Abinasar Cody, Marlene Williams, Christine Gilbert, morning. Me know you're listening, but you're busy. Beat and teach, you not arrive yet. Morning, Wagwan. Morning. Everybody, morning. TikTok, good morning and welcome. Max Romeo, good morning. Debbie, Zoe, is it Brock, Kevin, Ellie Thomas, D, Holla, Bob, Huntley, is it Ifel, Daldal, APE, Balwin, One Son, Shaba, Robin, Quasi, Marquis, Paddy, Miss Tigo, Tenant. Morning, everybody. Morning and welcome. Thank you for joining us. Florence, Denny, Estina Tyne. Good morning and welcome. If you are Jamaican, we tend to have a bit of insensitivity. Beat and teach, Wagwan, welcome. Gloria Jones. Carla Williams, morning. The insensitivity or the lack of sympathy, Arlene Scott, or the lack of human expression or lack of understanding, rather, of human expression coming from some Jamaicans, it's quite alarming. I see Mr. Rose's mother getting attacked across social media. I mean, the People's National Party would want to learn from Stanford Rose's mother how to really register a protest. Hmm? The People's National Party would do very well, Sharon Johnson Walton, how you do? Would do very well in learning from Mr. Rose's mother how to register a protest. Let us listen here first. Then remember, we say call the drunkro with the stick. Call him. Because we want to ask him. So we don't even have much question to ask him. We're just going to ask him for his resignation this morning. That's what we're going to ask of the drunkro with the stick. But the insensitivity of all Jamaicans to understand natural human feeling and expression is beyond me now. It's like them. Then if we so done before AI come in and AI are coming, when AI come in, how we go manage? No, sir.
In St. Thomas on Saturday, Rose died
This
after
video is very
collapsing on
low.
the
Let me
job in
turn it
August.
up
But
more.
his mother is blasting the Jamaica Fire Brigade for allowing her son to work several 16-hour shifts without a break, causing in St. Thomas on Saturday. Rose died after collapsing on the job in August, but his mother is blasting the Jamaica Fire Brigade for allowing her son to work several 16-hour shifts without a break, causing him great stress.
The funeral service for 24-year-old firefighter Stanford Rose in full swing in St. Thomas Saturday afternoon. His colleagues decked in their ceremonial uniform, family and friends going above and beyond as they paid tribute to him.
His kindness, his pleasantness, and his overall presence is a great miss. Needless to say, we will never forget his Stanford Rose.
But it was his mother who left people talking. She started by commending her son for living a life that impacted many and making her proud as a firefighter. At the same time, she stressed how his dedication may have led to his death, pointing out that her son was overworked. She recounted the last time they spoke.
He texted me again and he said, Mommy, on top of this, that should be my 316 hours because they have done 316 hours. He said to me, on top of this, now they're sending me to Rico. I said to him, don't worry. I am going to close down this bar and I'm going to travel and I'm going to file for you and get you out of this.
That same day, on August 14, her son fainted on the job and was later pronounced dead at hospital.
He begged for rest of the 16 hours and he was denied. Yes, I must say thanks to God because on the day I didn't know that was the loss of my son. I say, Commissioner, thanks to God, because God allowed my son to regain consciousness, just to send one text to me to say, Mommy, I have fainted at work. No one called me to say that my son fainted. My son regained consciousness that day just to send me one text.
And as she got angrier,
sometimes I ask myself, is it because I am a poor woman? Is it because I am a trash? Why my son was denied to go home and get rest? So today I decided I won't pretty up myself. I won't decorate up myself because this is me.
The drama continued at the graveside as the woman asked to see her son for the last time.
But I still want to see my son one more time. Something wrong with that?
Leading to this.
No, it's all right. It's okay, Nareen. It's okay. We'll finish, man. Come on. Heads on the week, you can spend too much time trying to disrespect. Leave it done. Finish. Great. Done. Join the vehicle. Come on, man. I'm rude, man. Trying to chop down that road. There are other families that are in place. There are other families that are in place. You understand? and you abandon your own comrade because he is deceased. But you know what? It's all right.
In the meantime, we unsuccessfully tried to get a comment from the Jamaica Fire Brigade. And when we contacted one of the unions representing firefighters, we were told that further checks will have to be made as there have not been any recent reports of firefighters working excessive hours in St. Thomas.
They have to fix for them part. We have to this and we have to do that. The drunker with the stick. The drunker with the stick, commander of St. Thomas Fire Brigade, you ought to resign for your unprofessionalism, your insensitivity, and the downright disrespect to the dead. Your colleague who was overworked, underpaid, dropped down on the job and never call a mother. And you, commander, with the walking stick, drop his body on the ground and leave him there for one reason. His mother made a simple request to see his body, his face, one last time. And there goes the Baccabush gully creepers in Jamaica in the comment, really saucing the mother. Oh, she didn't know say a protocol. She never see my church. And all those fuckery. Some of it, mind you, coming from women. From women, Monica, thank you. Debian, welcome. Coming from women, some of those comments. I mean, I have Bruce Golden to tackle, the Tivoli murderer. Yes, I have him to tackle to call. I hear Bruce Golden. Delhi morning. I hear Bruce Golden talking out his rear end as well. So I have Bruce Golden to tackle both the nonsense where I talk about. But can you imagine a mother, regardless of the state protocol, the bullshitism of marching in order? That's all it is. And at that, you drop your colleague body, pan dot, and walk away, say you are being disrespected. Where is the professionalism in our hierarchy in Jamaica? Where is the grunt and bear it because the customer is always right, you piece of shit? This thing must resign. This commander with the piece of stick, because that's all the power they have, the piece of stick and the tight uniform. And you put your colleague body on the ground and you walked away, leave your colleague body on the ground, refuse to complete the state ceremonial, all because the mother, Jamrock Wagwan, all because they say, Marcia Gale, Althea Nicholson, Wagwan, all because the mother asks Ladybug, how you do? For one simple request, Barbara Robinson, Mr. Cool and Deadly. One request, just to see her son face for the very last time. And I hit Miss Lady as she, Auntie Angela getting a hissy fit. Auntie Angela put down the young man body upon the ground. His colleague who worked under his command, and Auntie Angela walked us away, said she was being disrespected. Nobody exercise professional decorum in Jamaica anymore. Nobody empathize. Nobody have sympathy anymore. Everybody is just a law unto themselves in a tight uniform. And the uniform so tight. Sorry. Sorry. I should never have it again.
My family too big and there, so. The video is telling the video all what's going on. Just thank God that kill the son. What to do? What me ask? I ask them once to my son before I'm going at the grave. I ask to see my son before I'm going at the grave. I leave. Madam, what am I here? I think it's done, yes, sir. I have to see my son around with that. I have to look for my son's face one more time. Come around with that. Let me know your thing what I'm at now. And I done yes, sir. Just make sure I catch everything. I have to see my son. One more time, I have to look for my son's face. And then I come deny. You know what? I have to see my son.
Commander. No, sir. I'm not Make him, yeah, he was a we couldn't spend so much planning for this. Can you do this right here? Commander. No. It's all right. It's okay, Larry. It's okay. We'll finish, man. Come on. Heads on the vehicle, we couldn't spend so much time planning this. Leave it, man. Finish. Great. Done, join the vehicle. Come on, man. Give them room, man.
Put him down there, so. Head to on a vehicle driver. Eyes of the unseen, morning. Joan Pine, Empress Deb, George B. Denise Hilton. I was shocked, but I'm not shocked, if you understand what I mean. Powell, morning. Thank you. I was shocked, but I am not shocked. Do you understand what I mean by that? I was shocked to see the disgraceful behavior of hierarchy in uniform representing the organization, representing the government. And then I'm not shocked because it's a Jamaican hierarchy. And when we're going to move up into the modern world and start getting modern treatment, Debbie and Duncan, how you do? When we, Joan Bailey, is going to move up in the modern world and start getting modern treatment where we see a foreign, well, when we have a problem, people think that them have problem too. Those things exist, you know. Those things really exist. Empathy. I can put myself exactly in your shoe. I can imagine your pain. I can understand your pain. Jamaica. What happened to that? Pauline Mackenzie, rather. Morning. Evan Miller. What happened to that? What them something that cut out of fashion in a Jamaica? Baker, thank you. Osman Baker, thanks. Them something that Daphne Jackson seemed to cut out of fashion in a Jamaica. Because not even those who are in the uniform and take pride in the uniform representing an organization or an agency. Not even that they can bite grunt and bear true. Not even that they can grunt and bear true. It was a disgraceful behavior from members of the fire service under the order of their commander. The commander must resign. He has shown us that he is not fit for the job. We want somebody who understand when your workers need support. We also want somebody who understand when bereaved family, Joy Morning, need support. This was a disgrace on Saturday, St. Thomas Fire Brigade, Althea, how you do? This was a disgraceful display. I mean, you could have just grunt and bear it. You could have exercised normal human feeling. Is it a Commodore, the place name or stuff like that? I think the district is called Commodore or something like that. Good God Almighty. Fire Brigade. Jamaica must call on this man to resign. Call on this man to resign. The people them where him a lead can't get good leadership based on the behavior displayed by him on Saturday when he put down his colleague pan dot. DUT dot. Refuse, Opal Watson, how you do? Refuse to allow the mother, a grieving mother, have one last look at her son. And because you thought your state protocol was out of you and the mother, dirty commander. Calm yourself down, Sandra Barrett. Out of you and the mother, dirty commander. Who do you think broke state protocol more on Saturday afternoon? The mother who asked to see her son, or you, the dirty commander who dropped him on the floor and walked off without completing the ceremonial? What's wrong with you, Junker? What is wrong with Uno? Why power, job, status, and uniform get to no head so much? The same dirt we're in burying, at the same place you go to. The insensitivity of Jamaican people. When I see people in the comment criticizing the young man's mother, she never know a state protocol. Why them up there going so? You lot are a disgrace, Jamaicans. You lot are a disgrace with no finger coming. No, if we don't have to talk out on a mouth, if we would actually behave in that manner. Sexy Ivan, how you do? Jemmy, morning. Me don't know if I just because of the finger talking, make on literally just have some walked backwards view when anything I go on social media. Uno don't assess the issue for what it is and comment in context of what go on. Uno always go off on some country road galangin. You understand why we politicians them don't respect because them no one say we not somebody. If we did somebody, we wouldn't sell we vote Lisa B. How you do? Naughty. Naughty Paul. We wouldn't sell we vote for $5,000 if we did somebody. So we politician them know that we know somebody anyway. This is why they don't have to treat we like somebody. This is why they don't have to bat an eyelid or turn a blind eye when these things happen. The commander must resign. Example must be set. Standards in employment and public life, Karen Nemard, must be upheld. Marvelyn Morning. Commander, drunker with the walking stick of St. Thomas Fire Brigade, you need to do the decent thing and resign. Because if you thought Mr. Rose's mother disturbed protocol on Saturday evening, where I say, you dig a hole under our feet? Because you went very low, Commander, by putting your colleague pan dot, DUT dot, and just walk off left him body. Don't you think other young men who wish to join the fire brigade in St. Thomas may just be looking at that and say that treatment there? The 16 hours shift straight 4 days? No, 16 hours. You work 16 hours. You left 8 out of it. And you have to travel to and from work within that 8 hour. You have to eat, bathe, and rest and sleep within that 8 hour to get back at work. And I'm sure they're underpaid. Isn't it whether you see fracas between them and their staff because they want to cut their salary? Oh, no, hear the private sector come out and call say public sector worker job for cut. Nobody have to show us any respect. Them know we cheap. Them know we love chicken back. They know we love saltfish. They know we love flour. They know we love rice. They know we love KFC. They know we love donut. They know we love rum. They don't have to do much more. Politicians, Angela Dunn, politicians in our country, though, have to do much more. They know we don't need much saltfish, flour, rice, chicken back, and rum. I mean, why would you expect them to do much if that's all we need? If that is all that we need, that is all that we show them that we can give our democratic participation to them for, why do you expect politicians to come jump out of them? Politicians are there to get rich, you know. The qualifying criteria of being a politician, you must be corrupt, you must lie, you must steal, and you must be a nepotist or a cronyist. Those are the qualifying characters to be a politician. Debonair, how you do? Those out there are the qualifiers for being a politician. That's why you never see nobody, especially in a few neck of the woods, go into politics and come back out poor. User 69, me or me, who are you? That's why we politician them going rich, going poor, and come out rich. That's why a politician like Andrew Holness, who has never worked a day in his life, becomes a multi-billionaire on 25 years of government salary. Yes, that thief. Now, let's go over to Linstead. 11 people has been shot overnight. 5, when we last heard, was confirmed dead. A child is included, a toddler is included in those who were being shot Hold on there. So 11 people been shot in Lindsay. That mass shooting occurred last night. 11 people shot, 5 confirmed dead. One of the victim, I don't know if the child passed. I'm not sure of that. These two men on screen were pictures who surfaced of 2 of the possible victims. Now, I want to ask a question this morning. Because when Kevin Blake coming up power, mass shooting just occur just so. I want to ask a question of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. The child has passed, I'm being told. So, of the 5 that has tragically lost their life, that have been murdered in this mass shooting, one is the toddler. Very sad state of affair. But you have to ask certain questions in certain circumstances. We had Google Gaga, and we thought Google Gaga was quite a terrible thing. And we lobbied for changes in Google Gaga. But I can't remember the mass shootings we've been having under Kevin Blake, if we've ever had them under Google Gaga or so much of them. Kevin Blake took a mandate for what I really don't know. Because even though Kevin Blake claimed to be taking crime down, but the mass shootings escalates. My worrying question, Jamaica Constabulary Force, now that we know, and now that we have evidence that the Jamaica Constabulary Force go around murdering innocent people, could it be, just could it be, that the Jamaica Constabulary Force is involved in these mass shootings? It's a question. It's not, mind you, an accusation of the Jamaica Constabulary Force in this matter. But it's asking a broader question, Janet Morning, with the evidence that came out of Jamar Ferguson killing and what relatives of Mr. Montague in Westmoreland is saying, and other previous evidence we have of the Jamaica Constabulary Force carrying out cold-blooded execution, planting weapons. We now have those proof. Is it so out of sync or out of touch to ask such a question? If the Jamaica Constabulary Force could play a surreptitious role in these mass shootings, particularly under Commissioner Blake, Commissioner with the DR title? Because Jamaica, why I'm asking the question, we saw the length. What do you mean fake news, Jet Nitram? What is fake news? What are you referring to as fake news? I don't know what you're talking about. Is it real or fake news? You mean the mass shooting in Cooking with Elaine? How you do? We are talking about the mass shooting in Linstead. You go find out if yourself, chat, no work. Me don't know where I talk about private eye. Private eye, me don't know where I talk about. I mean, not care if you know this morning, Misha morning. It's not a fake news. No fake news. It's real. There was a mass shooting in Commodore in Linstead last night. 11 people was shot, 5 dead, including a toddler. We are still waiting for further updates on the matter. But yes, a mass shooting occurred last night, and sadly, like Cherry Tree Lane, children were cut down in this as well. One might ask what our country is coming to, but I would say our country has been there for quite some time. Hmm? It's not what our country is coming to. Our country has been there for quite some time. What we may need to do is to find a way how to pull our country back. Or we, as a people, as Jamaican, yard and abroad, must unite to pull our country back because it is really there. It is the reason for the insensitivity of death in our psyche, Beverly Morgan. It is one of the reason, Jamaica, for the insensitivity rather, on our psyche when it comes to killing, when it comes to death. It has become natural and normal for us, especially the death of young people. It has become normal. Matter control. But we'll talk more about this story tonight when we hope to get more development. When now that day breaks in Jamaica, we will get some further development about this recent mass shooting. And we want to say from the entire Global TV, condolences to the family who have caught up in another perilous situation that regularly unfolds in our country. Now, I want to go to the murderer now. I want to go to another high-class killer. Former Prime Minister Orrit Bruce turned the helicopter gunship on Tivoli Gardens, Golden. Morning, former Prime Minister. The former Prime Minister wrote in The Guardian, and I literally think Mr. Golden is speaking bullshit. And I'll tell you why I think Mr. Golden is talking utter poo-poo. We are blessed, said Golden. Bruce Golden reflect on Jamaica freedom elsewhere has lost. Bruce Golden says Jamaicans have freedom that other countries have lost. Let's look further into Bruce Golden's argument. The part where jump out at me, Bruce Golden, is the part where I think you go on a criticism of Donald Trump. Not that I'm coming to Donald Trump address rescue here or Donald Trump defend here. No, it's not that. But this quote was a criticism of Donald Trump. Come on, Matt Morris morning. I would be offended if the Prime Minister of my country, said Bruce Golden, so frequently refers to people he doesn't like as sleazebag, lowlife, slime, and deranged. Now, those words are regular occurrence from Donald Trump, O'Neill Gale, of his political opponents, and those who criticize him are not in line with his bullshit, not defending Donald Trump. But Bruce Golden really said that, Lawrence Michaels. Bruce Golden really said it. Bruce Golden says he would be offended if he lives in a country, Lisa Wood-Ladrick rather. He would be offended if he lives in a country where the Prime Minister frequently referred to people as such and such. Stray dogs? You never heard that, have you? PNP are like stray dogs chasing car. PNP bad mind. PNP grudgeful. I mean, those are Andrew Holness a leader too, you know. Those are adjectives them I use to describe the people them when govern as well. So I don't know what the murderer Bruce Golden are talking about. Him ramble on about some other literal bullshit. But this is the part where jump out to me because Bruce Golden probably never listened to Andrew Holness just recently on the election campaign. It's the same Andrew Holness that says he doesn't need an opposition. And Bruce Golden, I come tell we say he would other countries, Jamaica has that other country has lost. Which country, dirty murderer Bruce Golden with the helicopter gunship over Tivoli? Which country in the democratic Western Hemisphere you see nobody criticize Donald Trump and get drawn into police station or get drawn to apologize for John Crow? I mean, us and Bruce Golden live in the two different Jamaica, you know. Us and Bruce Golden. Me don't know where Andrew pay if you come out, come say that, you know. Me don't know if Andrew pay you to come out, come clean up the nasty campaign image that he ran on the other day. But Bruce Golden obviously don't live in the Jamaica where we live in. Because if Bruce Golden watch what Andrew Holness has been doing to us since COVID, I know whether you see one pastor from Southwest St. Elizabeth or one churchman from Southwest St. Elizabeth call the Prime Minister Pepper Nose and he has to come on camera, come read out apology, not written by him, to the Prime Minister. Bruce Golden, oh, we not lost, no, we then something that, I don't know, we lose. What you say, Andrew, increase, can we? Certain junker must put down the pen sometime. You know, certain junker, like Bruce Golden, the former Prime Minister, the murderer, the Tivoli Gardens killer, Bruce Golden. That's why you know Jamaican people fool. This is why you know Jamaica, because from Tivoli Gardens, people continue to vote for Jamaica Labour Party. You know the entire Jamaica fool. You can't just use Tivoli Garden and judge the mindset of the entire Jamaica. Fool as F. But Bruce Golden said Donald Trump behavior is worse than Andrew Holness. That's what he's basically saying. Because he used all of Donald Trump pejoratives, but failed to acknowledge and point out all of the Andrew Holness pejorative them. John Crow, bad mind, and all of them something there. Bruce Golden, go on where you go. You have killed enough of us, Bruce Golden. Bruce Golden with the helicopter gunship. Bruce Golden with the gun. And let me tell you, dirty pastor, man. Yes, you with the wig, the frock, the church hat and the bra, and the frock where you did put on pandodos. Me a wait pound. Because you know a junker, you know, no love dead meat. So me a wait till you turn up a instead. Me a wait for you turn up a instead junker because you know love dead meat. Because one whole Calvary, you know. did good on what's you call it? Cherry Tree Lane. Al Miller with the frock, the wig, the bra, and the chicken breasts. May I wait for you? May I wait for you? I mean, no say the criminal thief from the Jamaica public purse, Andrew Holness, I go come out and come reinforce him judge and make a policy. Because if you remember, the judge and make a policy came from the mass shootings. Don't you remember? So we are waiting for the drunk them this morning. Because we know say they love dead meat. But one of the other thing you have to look at, they now look vote you know. Nobody, cause to cause, Paul Johnson. Nobody, but nobody is not looking any vote right now. Nobody needs any vote until 5 years' time. So nobody not going to really pay any attention. Not too much. Maybe the councillor them, because the councillor them are going to look vote next year, February. Yeah. So no mean say councillor, but no mean no say MP and Prime Minister. Because they don't want to vote for 5 year time. And they know say by the time them get round, if you want to vote for Uno again, Uno forget the bad treatment. Janelle. Uno forget the bad treatment by the time it come round for them come look the vote. So like how you see Cherry Tree did get politician, police, and pastor. I mean the pastor with the chicken breast, wig, heels, frock and bra. J.A. Crypto from morning. They say crime is down, crypto. They say crime is down. And I'm sure Andrew Holness, oh, that's Damian Crawford's constituency. I'm sure Tommy Morning, thanks for the share. I'm sure Andrew Holness is going to come out and reinforce two things. He's going to reinforce his crime is down by what's the other percent. And he's also going to enforce his judge and make a policy. Given that the Prime Minister is still yet to address the extrajudicial killing of Jamar Ferguson. But we know the drunk them are going to turn up. They are going to turn up. But it is so sad that we cannot support ourselves. Karen Wagwan, bro, you all right? The humble lady, morning. It is so sad that we can stand up for ourselves. It is so sad that we cannot unite as a people to deal with these corrupted politicians and public officials that we are being burdened with, like commander for the St. Thomas Fire Brigade, like Horace Chang, like Kevin Blake, like Andrew Holness, and so much others. Dana Scott Motley, come here. Come here, Dana Scott Motley. Nobody is safe around here. Dana Scott Motley. Jamaicans, home and abroad, ought to be calling on the government, Rising Sun, morning. Ought to be calling on the government to give full implementation to the Treaty of Chaguaramas, which is the treaty that established the Caricom Union and the Caricom Single Market. Somebody in the comments says earlier, it slipped me as to who it is, Shelley Morning, thanks for the follow. We ought to clean up corruption before we implement the single market. I kind of disagree with that. It's us on our own while corruption get out of hand, Raymond, our cable and Indian nation. I think what we need is to be entangled with more people in the region so we can have better services. Because I think when they dig out where cut out we heart or turn up and we neck for, if the single market is implemented, then we'll enjoy those four freedoms, which are the pillars of the single market: the freedom of movement, the freedom of goods, the freedom of service, freedom of movement, freedom of service, freedom of money and investment, and I got me confused, freedom of movement, freedom of investment, money and finance and investment, freedom of now God, let me pull it up. Me done. How many kids are done this morning? No, sir. The four pillars of the single market. Sorry for me dunceness. Free movements of goods, free movements of capital, free movements of service, and free movement of people, which will bring a huge lot of benefit to the Jamaican economy, both to grow our economy. It gives our people a wider access to product and services. It gives you better access traveling within the region, living and studying and working. It 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 gives you the access of taking your money and your invest and your asset from one state to another state and set up shop without any encumbrance. Now, one of the big area where we really need competition, which I think the single market can bring us, is in the area of energy, particularly JPS. The monopoly JPS has on us needs to be broken. And I think implementation rather of the single market can do that, because other Caribbean energy providers can set up shop in Jamaica as well. You may ask the question, why is it that the government is not pushing on this? This is one of the biggest development in Caricom since 1973, when Michael Manley and all those other people sat together. This is one of the biggest development in Caricom in our era. And your Prime Minister, who is the chair for Caricom at the moment, refused to even acknowledge the October 1st implementation of the single market for those other Caribbean countries. So we're calling on the Prime Minister to state Jamaica's where Jamaica is on the single market. We're asking first for the Prime Minister to give full implementation to the single market, as well as we're asking the Prime Minister, if not, explain to the people of Jamaica why we could not have joined up on October 1st, and why and when can we look to become fully fledged members of the single market. PNP and Donna Scott Motley. The PNP shadow spokesperson on foreign, diasporal and regional affairs. What do you have to say on this? Do you have any questions for the government? Do you have any enlightenment, Miss Scott Motley, for the people of Jamaica, who your job is to represent us in diaspora affair where Kamina Johnson has failed to do her job. It's your job to point those out. So we're also calling on Donna Scott Motley to address us on the issue. We want to know where the People's National Party is on this. Would you have implemented Chagaramas if you were elected? Would you have joined the October 1st implementation, or would you have had us in a delay as well? And what do you say about Andrew Holness's silence on the single market? There is benefit to Jamaicans with a single market opening up. The more country, this was all taken from the European Union. The later part of it, not the very older part. The very older part, really, but the newer when them review, when them renegotiate the treaty in the early 2000s. No, the single market and the four pillar was something taken from the European Union. And what Jamaica must look at, what the people of Jamaica must look at, since Britain stepped out of the European Union, Britain economy a catch fire, even though they a catch fire from day one. But it a catch fire more because, revision, thank you. Because say, when you're in the single market, say for Europe, before Britain came out, it was 28 countries. You have the benefit of people from 28 countries coming to work in Britain, coming to invest in Britain, coming to educate here. And that was benefiting the British economy. But once Britain pull out from Europe, all sorts, we get back right to where we were. You have to start show back passport. Some country may want visa. We don't. All of those rights were cut off after Brexit. So there's a benefit not only for the Jamaican economy, but for the Jamaican people on a personal level. It is a benefit. Fast car, how you do, Dulce, Merle. It is a benefit both to the people and the economy when we're open up rather to a wider market. What that does, it helps the economy to grow. It foster competition. It open up consumers to more product. It removes the tariff barriers such as the duty fee and them thing the way you would have to pay. It moves what we would call in law also the non-tariff barriers, which are like the licensing, the regulatory hoops, the certificate, and all of those things that you would have to go through. All those would be lifted. One of the areas which I think will benefit as well is the Jamaica agricultural industry. Because to say, we produce some damn good food. And what would happen is our Caribbean farmers would have, say for instance, 15 countries in Caricom, and all 15 countries implement the single market. What our farmers would have is access to sell their food in 15 markets in the Caribbean. So you know that then give all of the license to James Robertson, and James Robertson carrying the American genetically modified food them come poison with and a mash up with agricultural industry. This could revive agriculture. This, Cheryl Allen, how you do? This could allow Jamaican farmers to benefit from them produce because them not only a sell to the Jamaica market. This is what the single market does. You can ship your things without the duty. You can ship your things without having going through the licensing and the certifications and the regulatory hoops and bureaucratic bullshits. Those things would be lifted under this with a full implementation of the single market. So there are a lot of ways that you could and would benefit. People could go and look for better employment in the Caribbean. We pay better than Jamaica in the tourism industry. So us being held outside of the single market, it's not doing us any good. And I'm asking our farmers to stand up for this, because the full implementation of the single market will put money in the pocket of farmers. It would revive back on our industry. I hope a country we have to sell to them time there. Not just Jamaica with James Robertson control. You might want to ask why the private sector is so silent on this as well. Because they know the single market can break their monopoly on the Jamaican economy. The single market and implementation of the single market can break private sector's monopoly on the Jamaican economy, because other rich foreign investor can come set up shop here too, can move their money and them asset come here too, and compare with better price out here too. I can drink some water and mind the business. Jamaicans, wake up. Wake up. You're sleeping about me.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation. Because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it break a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make him man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when my like my.
Thank you very much, and welcome back. There are some things as a country that we must unite around. Or I would rather suggest that as Jamaicans, we start walk around snoring. Walk around and snore, because we are all fast asleep. We are so fast asleep that the best thing that we ought to be doing right now is walk around snoring. Because walking around acting like we're in the normal world, when we know so we're just here in body, but psychologically we're in a daze. We haven't got a clue, some of us, of what is going on. Mr. Wayne, I don't want to drift from the story, but did you know there was no beef in Santa Cruz Market? Them say the criminal must have birth paper and passport. The animal must have birth. Kicks the pussy clot, you know. Murder! As him. Bishop lady they would have said, Lord God Almighty. What you say if the cow them don't have certificate and passport, we can't kill them anymore? Well, I think we need to go back to the Mass Gerald days. Our butcher in our community did name Mass Gerald. And every Thursday, Mass Gerald kills a young bull. And everybody, everybody call them punpan, or we call them taurine. Don't have country, we don't know what to call them. But most people call them punpan. You know that shine aluminum or whatever pan. Some people call them taurine. Some people call them punpan. Everybody put them punpan pan their head and then go upper Mass G and go buy them beef. Those who don't have fridge, when them come home, them cut off the piece of bony part where them are going to use boil soup. And then, if you don't have one fridge next door, if you beg them, you put up your piece of meat, you have to half cook it or par cook it until for Sunday dinner. So, maybe a butcher need to start butcher in the community and sell him cow in the community. That's when we used to eat oxtail from the cow. But now the kangaroo tails from Australia, where we are nyam. I wonder if the kangaroos have passport. Because I know a lot of you Jamaicans love oxtail, you know. I wonder if the Australian kangaroos have passport and certificate before they carry their tail Congo. Come want to ask on Jamaican, especially on Jamaican who live in a foreign. I won't ever say cow with such a big tail. Jamaican are no wicked, you know. Jamaica people are no wicked. When you go in a shop, go buy the kangaroo tail. You don't know better than the politician, them, you know. You know wicked and tell lie. Because you go in a shop and you buy the big old kangaroo tail, but none of them never say cow walk around with such a big tail yet. And you buy the kangaroo tail and they call it oxtail. Ox could be anything from cow, donkey, kangaroo, horse, mule, buffalo, wildebeest, or anything of the sort. But in the stop tell life on cow, especially when you're foreign, and Jamaican and them cow tail again. Because if you not go buy it from the local butcher, a kangaroo tail from Australia you eat. So, when you can go on, but you not eat oxtail. Oxtail. Not eat kangaroo tail. Kangaroo tail. Now, the multi-million-dollar fraud trial gets underway today. Thank God, Paula is also gone. Because, no, Mr. Cool and Deadly is the truth. All right, let me tell you how Phil no say a true me attack. Look at a cow tail and look at a kangaroo tail and tell me where you ever see a cow. Especially we will live in a foreign and we go in a meat shop and you see that big old long curved tail. I won't ever see cow. Won't ever see cow with tail big so. Some of them kangaroo tail where they sell over here bigger than me. No any animal sweet abena. Any animal look on the hog. What popular like the hog. Nastier than the hog is the foal. No meat, not popular like fowl and hog. And it's the two nastiest animal and poor foot. So, meat sweet, but we have to be truthful to what we eat. Them fit top tell we say we're eating oxtail. Tell we say we eat kangaroo tail. Jamaicans eat crocodile tail. Me not think them are go be too eggy over it. But just be honest with us. Now, the multi-million dollar fraud case. Yes, early fix, them say crime gone down, but the mass killings gone up. What a irony, eh? Crime gone down, but mass killing gone up. Catherine Hypeness. Me don't know how they work it out, But anyway, and just a crime gone down by percenter. Now, this is one we will be keeping our eyes closely on. The trial of Royal Reed former Education Minister Professor Fix Pinnock and the Councillor Kim Lawrence Brown. This is a long way to the trial. We also wish that, what is City Post the name again? Grace McLean and Marlon Morgan was on trial this morning for their pilfering of the education budget. But at least we have the Minister of Education up in front of the courts. Let us see if the people of Jamaica, if our children who their money was raked out by the education minister, who went at length, just like we saw the police officers went at length to murder Jamar and to cover the story, was the same thing with Royal Reed. He went at length to defraud the Minister of Education by setting up fake account in his family, his wife and daughters and child as well, in his driver, in his cleaner, and all that name. So we are hoping, have a lot of coal, but them have no any earring, and they can't sell them until they get that back. No, sir. I want Karen. I want to Papa Miss Phyllis. I want to go to the registration for Koya now. Lord Jesus, what a country. Anna B, morning, rising sun. We are hoping to get justice. So we're going to keep our eye on this if there's going to be foul play, because we know, Lenworth, that Fitzpinnock Royal Reed went all the way to the Supreme Court in the United Kingdom to block his trial, which the Privy Council say, you bloody thief, famous morning, you bloody thief, you ought to go on trial. Will there ever be a day come when we see Andrew Holness on trial for the pilfering of the public purse for 25 years? Will we ever get justice from the most unjust prime minister that we are yet to face? And let me remind the Jamaica Constabulary Force this morning of our questions, because they may sound idle or bitter, but there's some truth in them, Jamaica Constabulary Force. Now that we know it is a habit of yours to murder people in cold blood, set them up by planting gun on them, and lied about them, could it be that some rogue members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force are involved in or is carrying out these mass shootings? I don't think that's a question too far-fetched. Do you? When you say them come around, come check every Thursday? Lord God Almighty. So this government is doing everything to make poor people in rural Jamaica, earn a little living more difficult. You have to have registration for animal now. You can't keep set up after certain time. You can't keep dance after certain time or in some area. There's so much little poor people making money stream that this government have sabotaged. Have you ever seen how this government treat higglers? Have you ever seen how this government go after taxi drivers? They can only get away with the failure of Jamaica people to unite around a common cause and to stand on a common ground. Choose Jamaica. And what you got was a 700 million a year executive. But you, the people of Jamaica, has missed the song because the song says, choose Jamaica, choose JLP. That's how the song ends. Choose Jamaica, choose JLP. Look at the salary. Did you not choose the JLP? Did you not, Imari, use a 7157? Did you not choose Jamaica and you got JLP for a package of $700 million per year? What a glory! Look on the go yourself. After Andrew Holness couldn't justify, Lord, Jamaica people are one holding with a wet rag, you see? Jamaica people are one holding with a wet rag. Over almost $500 million was pushed, not $500, you know, or $500,000 or $500,000, almost $500 million. Somebody just turn up so a cash bind and just put money in a Andrew account. So just put money here, just almost $500 million. Choose Jamaica, choose JLP. Max Romeo, me not expect you to say better. Sometimes I think you either done stupid or naive. I don't know which one of them. Max Romeo over Facebook, over Thingy rather says 700 million. They deserve every penny because the country is growing in a superpower. I think you're being, should I say facetious? Or is it, what's the other word? The chasm one. I feel he's been cousin him with the prime minister because to say they deserve it, he says, because the country is developing. You know, we wish they could have spent the same amount in the healthcare, in education. Don't mind what happened to the spark money. Don't mind what happened to the spark money. If the dead baby them couldn't hear you, Max Romeo. The dead baby them will never get the medication where they need. The dead baby them will never get the oxygen and the incubator. Max Romeo. Me want the dead baby them to hear you. I'm going to dead baby don't have power. If dead baby did have power, then would have choked some on the labor rights. They would have choked the daylight out of some on the labor rights if dead baby did have power. So you can't go on this morning, but then deserve it. Poor Jamaica. Choose Jamaica. Choose JLP. Want to just Debbie and me just want to continue fuck with Warmington. Me just want to continue to frig around Warmington because ungo so we're going to have a good flash out in a public. Want to just provoke Warmington. Provoke Warmington a little more. Because we want one of business, you know. We hear say, Warmington, we hear say, Andrew say you two done some baga if you come the speaker of the house. Is there any truth to that? Lion, good morning. People living in Jamaica, 90% of these living overseas. I don't know what you mean by that, Lion. What do you mean? Question, how many of these people live in Jamaica? 90% of these living overseas. What does that mean? Shake my head. I'm lost on your question. You said it's a question. How much of these people live in Jamaica? Who are these people? Who are these people you're referring to? Gonna have to ask question if it makes sense, you know. Did they find that little boy on the screen? No, I haven't heard any update of Jaden Simit being found or returned home. We haven't got any recent update on Jaden Simit at all. But I don't think he's dead. I think he's just hiding away. I wonder if he knew where mother live. Fast car, how you do? I wonder if he knew where mother live under and mother hideout. When tell that them to shut them out because you might get paid to chat. Then Max Romeo, go on. You never see we over here I discuss politics this man. We are discuss the issues in our country. Why you don't talk about the dirty fire brigade, man? And that we are talking about. We are talking about the Prime Minister and Caricom. We are talking about the mass shooting. Or you get Pandemian name. Or Damian name come here, so Max Romeo. Why on labor rights are run round? We don't notice me never discuss the issue labor rights because of phone propaganda. And uno can't create my narrative. Labor rights. So I know why every time Vegas come on my platform, discuss the topic when me discuss. In go on a total different Auntie Mary and Sister Patsy Galangin. It's not what we're talking about there. Read what's on the headline. Mass shooting in Linstead last night. 11 dead, including one child. Me write this up if somebody correct me if me tell them say me do it deliberate. Couldn't you tackle that, Max Romeo? Boy, no negative, sir. And follow passa. What I can learn to do is discuss the issue at hand. The people them, the 5 people will get shot 11 people will get shot last night. Zeets, Wagwan. Robert Ducky, what a name. This 11 people will get shot last night. I doubt they're all JLP and I doubt they're all PNP. They're Jamaicans though. I don't know if you're aware. The single market which we are speaking about is something beneficial to Jamaicans and the Jamaican economy. The 700 million a year salary, what we are talking about, is an oppression to the Jamaican taxpayers' pocket. Because teachers and police and nurses and doctors cannot live on what they're earning. But you just have to be in Andrew Holness's cabinet and you'll end up in a millionaire in 1 year. But And everybody care about the people of Jamaica. And the wholeness may pay you to go to every platform, go talk fuckery. Nobody not pay me, me just face the and chat him out and labba labba and blabba blabba and hit me out, yeah. As well as the pursuit of justice, which is one of my interests. Political, economic, and social justice. Don't you understand that? Hmm? Or I must take a hammer around your head to soften it up so you get to understand. Say, I know every time, everything is about your political narrative. It's more about the people of Jamaica. Look upon the drunkard with his stick in St. Thomas, when disrespected the young man's funeral, how he disrespected the mother, the grieving mother. Why you never come call? So the drunkard with the walking stick must resign. You come over here upon Damien name. Why Damien is so special to you all? Hmm? Why you don't talk about Fix Pinnock and Royal Reed, who is on trial this morning for stealing from the education budget? You all should be calling for Grace McLean and, you know, the one that you can sleep on his back, roll from side to side, and you never fall the fuck off. Hmm? That one of your call for. If you not think or claim you are Jamaican, you don't just go around every day protecting labor rights, corruption, and bullshit. I mean, Andrew Holness telling us, say, when you elect a leader and is a leader on the country, I don't want to labor right come with this damn foolishness, you know. You must hold the leader accountable. What you want me to do, Max Romeo? Hmm? Why you want me to go all leadership in the PNP race accountable, which is not an issue, which none of we not talk about? Hmm? Why you don't pray a man in time, even though prayer don't help Jamaicans? Because if prayer work for anybody else, it certainly doesn't work for Jamaicans. We have been praying forever. Damien, gosh, how you do? We have been praying forever. I challenge any of you, Lashibu, to show me the proof or the evidence of no prayer. Hmm? What we need to do as a country, Colleen, is come together on a common cause and fight for the three justices: political, social, and economic justice. Don't bother how you talk about love and peace, love and peace. Shut up! Justice comes before everything else. You cannot have injustice and love working together. You cannot, under any circumstances, have injustice and peace working together. The overarching fight on this planet is the fight for justice. When we achieve justice, you those are sleeping should be walking around snoring. When we achieve justice, peace and love will come after. But for now, justice, justice, justice. Thank you very much for being here with us this morning and Global TV. It is still sunny and 20 degrees Celsius outside, and I intend to soak up a bit of the October sun. Hey, wanna start buying no jingle bells them already? No, sir. Can we boycott Christmas this year, Jamaicans? Can we boycott Christmas this year and stop spend with the multi conglomerates? Stop enrich the multi conglomerates and save the money to do something else? Can you? Hmm? Can you? Anyway, globalists, thank you for being here this morning. If you're new to the program, please give us a follow or a subscription so when we go live, you will certainly get our notification. And please do join us back this evening for the People's Point of View, when we will look more into the mass killing and reinforce our question to the Jamaica Constabulary Force. What is your role, surreptitiously or otherwise, in these mass killings? Thank you. Good morning and good afternoon from Global TV.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation. Because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it break a bad feeling to all wicked men. That's a people there. Make a man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rob and cheat, and not press the poor. Make up what I sing to. Big man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a block! Big man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite part, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the day them can sell out Rasta and sell it out. I sell out Babylon. Big man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Big man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead and can sell out Rasta and sell out. I sell out Babylon. Just stop on the front. You must go and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black big man throw and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what's a black big man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rasta man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.